Oh, it's still loading. There we go. Hey, good morning. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great day today. It's going to be a hot day today. You know, it's going to be seasonably hot. This time of the year, I think our average high is like 93. And just making sure the mic is on. Yeah, the average high is 93, and I think we're going to be really close to that, 93, 94. And really for the next several days, I think highs are going to be very close to 93, 94, very seasonable for this time of the year. It's going to be hot because it is going to be humid. There's no doubt about that. Each day, heat index values will be a little bit above 100, 101, 102. But, you know, when we have soil moisture and when we're ahead of schedule on rain, good things happen across South Central Texas. And what I mean by that is instead of highs around 103, 104, 105, 106, highs are close to where they should be. Average highs, 93, 94. Of course, the trade-off is the humidity. It'll still feel like 101, 102. But when you have soil moisture, good things happen. And usually, when you have some soil moisture, it usually brings on more rainfall. At least the pattern or the chance for rain, instead of the chances being zero, at least there's something to work with. And you'll have a 10 to 20% chance of isolated to scattered showers. And that's what I see happening over the next couple of weeks is temperatures close to where they should be for this time of the year. And almost every day, a 10%, 20%, you know, you're not going to pick up rain, but once a week, you'll probably pick up some rain at your house. And that's the way I see it working out. Okay, so let's talk about it. This is the computer model, of course, rainfall potential starting today, and I'm going to let this run for about a week. And right now we've got 7.34 inches of rain, and up through Wednesday of next week, about 4/10. And I'm thinking by the time we get to the end of the month, probably close to 8. We may break it by a little bit, but very close to 8 inches for the month, and that's a lot. But there's been many times, like I said, believe it or not, 1 out of every 8 Junes, we have over 7 inches of rain in June. It's amazing, right? So anyway, I see a little bit more. We'll walk through that 14-day forecast here in just a second. Temperature outside right now, 85. We've got just some measly, puny cumulus clouds out there right now, and I think that's probably the way it's going to be, mostly sunny to partly cloudy this afternoon. Have you noticed the record lows creeping up every day? The record low seems to get higher and higher. You know, we get to this time of the year, you get to mid-June, July, August, the record lows, I mean, it's hard for the lows to get much below mid-60s. So record highs 104 set back in 2011. All right, here's what you can expect for the rest of the day today. I'm expecting a high 94. This evening, if you have anything planned, upper 80s to lower 90s, lots of sunshine. Don't forget the sunscreen, and don't forget to get your sunglasses. Wear your sunglasses. By the way, I'm going to go off track, and I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't know if you've heard of this brand, Gooder, and I probably shouldn't give a commercial, but really like those. If you're real active and you run a lot, you play softball, baseball, whatever you golf, whatever you do, just a great brand of sunglasses. I threw that in because you need your sunglasses, and again, I probably shouldn't, but anyway. All right, David Bella says, I combined a Allstate insurance office with a urology office. Should I keep going? So, all right, I combined an Allstate insurance office with a urology office. The sign inside reads, "You're in good hands." I'll let you. I'll let you spell it. The U doesn't start with a Y; it starts with the U. You're in good hands. Okay. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, David, as usual, for that. Appreciate it. All right, temperature 80. By the way, you got a standing applause in here, like standing ovation in the newsroom here. All right, 85 degrees is the current temperature. Uvalde is 85. Hallettsville coming in at 89. There are some showers from Columbus and north and eastward. And the closer you are to Houston, and this is usually the case, the closer you are to Houston, the better chance that you have of seeing some scattered showers and maybe even a thunderstorm. But I'm not expecting any of that activity around here. All right, frontal boundary is way up north, up around northwest Texas, close to Wichita Falls, Oklahoma. There are a few showers around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, northeast Texas, Arkansas, east Texas, southeast Texas, but not here. And again, not expecting any. Let's take a look at what's happening across the nation. If you're catching a flight this afternoon, if you're going, let's say, to the deep south, there will be some scattered showers and storms, nothing unusual about that. That's usually the case. There will be some thunderstorms around the Red River Valley, up around, let's say, Ardmore, Oklahoma, up there, Atoka maybe. Let's say Great Lakes region, some showers and some thunderstorms there. Phoenix, 111. Las Vegas and Phoenix, the last week, they have been, it's usually hot, but they've been outstandingly hot out there. By the way, I made the mistake one time of going to Vegas in July. Will not make that mistake again. It was, you couldn't even go outside basically. All right, this is the upper level pattern. Notice how the upper level ridge is across the southwestern portions of the country and not here. But what I see happening is by the time we get to the weekend and next week, the high, instead of being in the desert southwest, will be across the eastern part of the country. And when the folks, you can almost take this to the bank, when the folks are sweltering across the eastern part of the country, we benefit from that. We usually see an open door out of the Gulf of Mexico. Doesn't mean we're going to have a lot of rainfall, but at least we'll have a chance, 10 to 20% chance every day. I see this happening into the weekend and next week, 10 to 20% chance of seeing some rainfall. And I think that's probably going to last. And at the end of the month, I'm just going to stick my neck out a little bit here. We may really see some tropical moisture coming in. I'm not sold on that completely yet, but I think that's definitely a possibility. Somewhere, give or take 2 or 3 days, somewhere around the 25th, 26th, give or take. So just kind of put that in the back of your mind. And by the way, I said this the other day, I think we're not going to see any record highs for the rest of the month either. Nearest time or the soonest time we would have a record high is probably in July sometime. Okay, I'm not going to go back to the David Bellis joke, but I will say hi to some folks here. Let's see. Bernice is asking, is Lackland Air Force Base evacuating? I do not know. Even though I am here at KENS 5, it's kind of out of my department. I handle weather, but I will definitely pass that along. I have no idea. Hey, Paul, any more rain for San Antonio and Houston and Iowa travel air back and forth? Oh, okay. Well, very good. Hey, Dale, thanks for streaming with us, and we really appreciate it. And I think I just covered that just a while ago, just a second ago. So yeah, I think Houston over the next several days has definitely a much better chance of seeing some rainfall. And did you mention Iowa? Yeah. Let's take a look up there around real quick. I think I got a chance here. Up there around Iowa today. Yeah, they got a storm system that's just now going through Iowa, as a matter of fact. And if we fast forward this into tomorrow, I don't think there's going to be any rain tomorrow if you're traveling to Iowa tomorrow. Okay, I better get to the 14-day forecast here real quick. High temperatures today, right around 94, partly cloudy skies to mostly sunny today. And then Thursday and Friday, tomorrow, Juneteenth, 93, about a 10% chance of an isolated shower, partly cloudy skies. First day of summer, very typical for this time of the year, 93, 10% chance. Over the weekend, 93 to 94. Really next week, low to mid 90s, 10 to 20% chance of an isolated shower or thunder shower. And then as we head towards really more like the 27th all the way through the end of the month, we could have better chances for rain, but we'll look at that way down the road. And July 1st, 91 degrees. Can't beat that for July 1st. All right, thanks for streaming with us. Really appreciate it. I got to run do the noon show, and make sure and watch us 4, 5, 6, and 10. Also go to Kens5.com and Kens Plus, Kens5 Plus, and download. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for streaming with us. We'll see you later.